cases when I say, here's Toni. Good morning, Toni. Great to see you. Please.
Thank you.
And, of course, the other Toni, Mr. Sheldon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What was that intro you're playing there, Mark? It sounded like the Dead March from Saul. Very quiet. Make it nice and make it nice and happy for the two Tonys. Okay, people. It would be wonderful to have either one of you here on the show, but when we get the two of you there, well, it's a real bonus, and I suppose it's rather nice for mother and son to catch up too.
It gives me a chance to catch up with him, yes.
And see the show again.
I'm going tonight.
So, Toni, you've got a couple of gigs coming up. I'm thrilled to hear that you're doing High Society, which I know will be a huge success. Now, the part I know the show pretty well, but just tell me the part you're playing.
It's the mother of Tracy Lord.
Oh.
Yes, it was the part Lorraine Desmond played when they did the tour of it.
Right. You get to sing a great song, too.
No.
What do you mean?
No.
Mother sings a...
No. Not
Hang
in
on,
this
wait
production.
on.
Not in this production.
Forget Bring Back the Limerick for Belvedere. Do you mean to say we're going to see a theatre show with Toni Lamond?
No, I'm in a couple of other ensemble numbers. That's all right. Yes.
Well, I'd start a campaign, I
Yes.
to get you your own number.
And the other show is they're starting up in Star City. This is for the Sydney people.
Yeah.
Star City, they're starting up Thursday Memories, it's called. And it's morning shows, and there's Kamal and myself, Peter Cousins. They're the only people I know at the moment.
What, doing individual days?
Doing individual
That's
days. I'm looking forward to it, yes.
Oh, terrific. And what about at the Opera House?
That's at the Star City.
Oh, Star City,
And that's on July the 29th, so that's for the
great.
Sydney people. But,
It'll be a chance to see you.
Coming up first is High Society.
When's that open?
That opens 14th through 17th of July.
Right.
At the Victorian Arts Centre, and I'm excited because I'm going to be playing the mother of the lovely Tamsin Carroll, who is a bright up-and-coming star.
Wonderful.
She is, without a doubt. If she gets the shows, you know, that's the terrible thing now, that there's hardly any shows.
Who else is in High Society?
Simon Burke and Marty Fields, and that's all I know.
Kristen O'Leary.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, of course.
Someone I don't know.
And the wonderful Toni Lamond. What about the boy here? Not because he's sitting there, not because we basically share the tunnel of love in the theatre. There are two dressing rooms and we share the one. And it's funny, I think I named it the Tunnel of Love. And at that very theatre, you did a show called Tunnel of Love.
I did Tunnel of Love
with
there.
Michael Pate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, trust you.
Yeah.
God, encyclopedia, he reminds the elephants.
No, I've got to say, in comparison, I know nothing. This man is amazing.
Yeah, people ring him up and say, who changed their name and was the second assistant stage manager on the national tour of such and such, and he'll go da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a theatre historian.
I believe even his mother rings him when he's trying to get through college in England and has to be drawn out of class to answer a question that Mum was asking. Is that true,
She doesn't remember this. I was doing an exam at school, and my mother was in England at the time, and the headmaster came and said, "We have an urgent phone call from London, you know, we're taking you out of the exam." And I thought, oh, someone's dead, you know, and you know, the whole school looking at me, and I was taken to sit in the vestry, and here's the call, and there's my mother with the party going on in the background saying, "Who played Vera Charles in the film of Auntie May?" And I said, "Coral Brad." I heard her say, "It's Coral Brad, we knew you know." Yeah. And of course, then I had to go back into the exam with all these kids looking at me and going, "Yes, it's very, very tragic news." Yes.
My auntie died.
My auntie May died, yes.
You never told me.
Yes. Well, you made the phone call in the first
Yes,
place.
no, you never told me what the circumstances
I've got to say, Toni, with an I, that Toni with a Y, not because he's sitting here, as I started to say before, but his performance in the producers is just out of this world. And I say it without a shadow of doubt that every other principal, and I'm sure every other ensemble member in the company, has already learned something from your son. Consistency, I've endeavoured to learn from him, and that's pretty important in a performer, isn't it?
Yes, he is. You know you're going to get the same level. And nothing drives me crazier than going to New York and saving up $3,000, whatever the dollar exchange is at the time, to go and see a Broadway show, and they're phoning it in by the time.
Yeah.
Once the Tonys are over,
Yeah, that's it.
that's when they start, just walking through it. Tony never does. But he comes from, a long line, and his grandfather, Joe Lamond, with the frock, the frock he's wearing, which he'll take years to live down, but that's his grandfather, Joe, was one of the best pantomime dames at the Tivoli.
Yeah.
And so it is a tradition.
And of course, your mother, who was Stella
yes.
Lamond, was just wonderful. Your stepfather, Max Reddy, a wonderful comedian.
And his own father, Frank. Was...
Yeah, well, just going to say, with Frank, I was thinking about Frank this morning. I think about him quite often because, as you know, I worked with him as you did at Channel 9. You were the first variety act to be seen on Australian television. And Frank Sheldon was a terrific dancer and choreographer. But I really believe, in deference to all the other producers who were there at Channel 9, he was the first one to come in and actually produce. He wasn't just a booker on the phone.
He would call an artist up and say, I've got this song I think would suit you brilliantly, and we're going to use the ballet and we're going to use the chorus. And he was building up these new people coming in, some of whom had been found on New Faces.
Yes, exactly.
That you and Frank did.
Yeah, exactly.
That started all, the core of Australian Idol and pop. You guys were doing this in the 60s, finding new talent.
Can I ask you, going back to the 60s and even beyond, back to the 50s, when all of a sudden you got your break, I guess particularly your break would have to have been a pajama game.
Well, before that was Tommy Trinder, but variety was the poor cousin of musicals.
How does it vary now? Because you've gone through each of those decades, you're about to go into high society. Is theatre, apart from the technical achievements, all that different?
Yes, it is, because there's hardly any stories anymore. They're all events now. All these ones that are coming in are big, huge stadium shows, and it's song lists.
Yeah.
And anything that's got a story is a revival. It's such a worry.
What about young people coming through? It wasn't easy back in your day initially because they would always employ members of the of the touring company, a second line of the ensemble, to come out here and star. But all of a sudden they discovered they had you, and they had Jill Perryman, and they had Nancy Hayes, and you came to the fore. Is it hard for them, the young ones today, to make a breakthrough?
Not so much now, because they're coming in with a name. You've got to have a name to come in, and they're getting it through television or recording. We didn't have that.
Yeah.
But once television came in, then we, were able to make our names. Because people wouldn't go to the theatre to see an Australian. There were no Australian stars straight after World War II. Nobody had been groomed.
There were in
brought
variety,
up.
but not in musicals.
That's right. It had been Gladys Moncrief, Max Oldacre, Don Nicol, and then they were all ageing stars, and they were virtually doing operetta. But when all the new shows came in, there were no stars to be put in. So when Williamson's made the decision to take a chance on the young Australians in Pajama Game, it was a landmark, and the public discovered us because they only booked us for 3 months, a month in Sydney, a month in Adelaide, and a month in Melbourne. And the public discovered us, and we ran 2.5 years and made all our names.
What about you, Jerry G? We haven't given you a chance.
I'm all right. I'm just sitting here becoming a part of the set.
You started so early in your career. Was it? We've got some footage which you brought in for us, which we thank you for, Toni. But was it inevitable that you would go into look at this?
Oh, look at
just have a look. There's Toni. How old? 8?
7, I think.
7 years.
That was when I started on the Kennedy shows.
Yes.
She just lost his 2 front teeth.
Yeah.
And who's this young gentleman walking into the shot? There we all are. Oh, look at the face. Oh.
You can read, I think, it's a book.
Yeah. Lips like dental floss on that child.
You get out of here, Newton. He's beautiful. Thanks. Do you mind if I take a copy of that?
Of course not.
That is, well, that was a sketch, obviously, but it looked quite
I'm
dramatic.
in love with
didn't
Miss Logan. No, he was. Yes.
Yes, I was in love with the school teacher, and suddenly you were the boyfriend who came and took her away.
Oh,
and
that's right.
Yes.
Can we just finish off, Tony, with a Y? I'd love you just to say a few words, as I have done in the past, about the ensemble, because Tony mentioned before about coming through in the chorus of musicals to become a star. I reckon that each of our ensemble is a star. I know that's almost like throw-up time, but they are all such great performers in the show, aren't they?
They are. Every single person in this company has been pushed beyond their comfort zone. Everybody has developed a skill doing the producers. Deborah, who understudies Chloe,
yes,
who's been singing with bands for the past 14 years and who hasn't danced, is suddenly doing the most incredible high kicks and splits and things. And every single person has developed as a result of doing this show. And as you have often said, they're the most attractive ensemble on stage at the moment as well. And it's also another wonderful thing about the kids that Whopper is turning out at the moment, the Western Australian Performing Arts Music Theatre course. We've got a couple of the Whopper kids in that who are finding that style of music theatre, which is presentational and energy and class and glamour and all those wonderful old-fashioned values of music theatre.
And that's where Hugh Jackman came from.
Exactly. Yeah, and Lisa McCune.
Yeah.
I tell you, that was wonderful. I can't wait to get there tonight. Well, and Tony's going to be in the bonus is Toni with an I is going to sing for us this morning, and it's terrific to have mother and son together. Put all of their talent from the whole family, from those that have gone before them, and I think it would have to break a world record, and two of the members have been with me this morning. Thank you, Toni. And thank you, Toni. Look forward to the song. A little later in the show, Jackie Frank, the editor of Marie Claire, is going to be here, but next up, in coming times, you've got the chance of being able to enjoy once again one of the greatest performers Australia has produced. These are the dates for Toni Lamond. As Toni mentioned to you before, she'll be doing High Society at the State Theatre for the production company at the Victorian Arts Centre, and the performances begin on the 14th of July and go through until that Saturday. Limited performances, as they always do with the production company, so get in early to Ticketmaster 7. And then the Thursday member is at Star City in Sydney on Thursday, the 29th of July. And just take a note there of the booking number, Sydney number 9777 9000. And this is a third opportunity for you to enjoy Toni. She's joined by Mark and Dean and James and Nick and Greg and Ian. I should mention to you that the James and Ian and Dean appear by courtesy of Peter Casey, the music director for the producers. He's allowed them to come out. Just, well, not they've come out, but allowed them to play, although, watch this space. Here's Ms. Toni Lamond.
I hate to see that even sun go down. I hate to see that evening sun go down. Since my loving baby done left this town, feeling tomorrow just like I'm feeling today. If I am feeling tomorrow just like I'm feeling today, I'm gonna pack my trunk and make my getaway. St. Louis woman with all her diamond rings pulls that
about that.
Oh, isn't it great to sing with a band again?
Yeah, 9:30 in the morning and you sound that good. Imagine what you're going to be like at 9:30 tonight. We thank the boys too. Dean there.
Wonderful.
On drums, of course. We've got James there on bass. We've got Ian on trombone. Now, they are the three, per courtesy of Peter Casey. But they're on brass, one of the best in Greg. And on sax, there is Nick. Yeah, and of course, Mr. Mark Amato leading the whole situation. Yeah, the boys here appear by courtesy of Peter Casey, and of course, Greg and Nick appear by courtesy of the Lutapalo Memorial Fund. So, which is just terrific. Now, look out for those dates to see Toni in action. Just some flowers to let you know how much we love you.
Oh, thank you.
And thank that son of yours for coming in 2
Oh,
minutes to you
certainly.
too.
Thanks for having us. Thank you.
Toni Lamond. Now on GMA, his warrior.
Well, too much to do.